Like when you play online. No, see, playing against somebody, like camming them, they probably did. But when you go online, head to head.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New York Jets. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
I hate when niggas do that shit. I always like call for a reason, so that they don't give you one call. I do it.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to throw right away. Pickett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Pickett. Open man downfield is Johnson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, 35 yards. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he finds Corey Davis. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive. And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
33 yards that time. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Nigga was sitting right there, right?
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. Zerline's kick is up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on. Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. And they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Able to avoid him. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal.
Harris running straight ahead, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. First down, and they go back to Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Caught on the slant. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. The quick slant caught. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It goes without saying, you've got to be careful in this part of the field. If you get rid of it in the end zone and you're not out of the tackle box, that's a safety. Here, he's clearly out, and he's able to throw this one away.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. This is a pretty good kick. The return is Olszewski. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. The slot man in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down.
They run again with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris.
A 15-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
I just do it that time.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
He's seeing pressure. Everything bottled the fuck up.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Off to the races. Garrett Wilson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson taking it in. And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Olszewski now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Pickett throwing again on second down.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They run for it with Harris. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall.
And they will get the 1st down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized his offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a 1st down.
In motion, the tight end.
This play right here.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
I don't know what they put on.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
No, he got all right. I'm all right.
Rodgers now to throw.
Caught
It's Wilson. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the 1st half winds down.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
That's crazy, bro. It might even not even make it there, bro.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
Man, that's crazy, bro.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
That one good for 37 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers.
He dumps this one off here to Hall.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And again, it's Rodgers. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They'll run with Hall. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Now Rodgers going to shift him around. They'll go again with Hall.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Straight ahead is Hall.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. To throw is Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Hall.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall
Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So, what you want to do?
What is it about the shotgun? What did you do? Go back to shotgun.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Come on.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
60 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 46, here's 2nd and 3.
They'll run again with Harris.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Knocked that down for a win in the defense's column.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Yeah, he playing his game, man.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. And the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Now Pickett will look to pass it. That's going to be caught by Pickens. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Now Pickett on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. This is 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd down.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And that is caught. It's Davis. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
To throw is Rodgers. The 20.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Rodgers to throw. Being chased out left.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the 1st down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call.
Now 1st and goal.
Gets it to Hardman. A jet sweep. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now the Steelers use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They'll try to run with Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall
With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Zerline good with a PAT. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Now Pickett. He's got Pickens complete. Into space at the 45.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
And this is one of those gotta-have-it drives. You can't start much better than that. Big yardage there. And just as important, he's able to get out of bounds. And now, That changes everything.
Dancing to his left.
He's got this to Pickens.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Finding Pickens for another catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense...
He's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Yes, that's what it is.
Here's first down.
Get out of here with a win. Back to throw, Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So they're